Hey guys, what's going on? It's Talk Fast TV. It is pretty much breaking news what I'm coming out with. I've just been told this. A lot of you, if you are in the same Facebook group as me on Facebook, you probably read this as well in this last bit. Forest up for sale. It's been touted that Miyake has been wanting to try and sell the club for the last 2 months, and it's been touted. Bit of a weird one, bit of a shock that it has came out like it has. I didn't see this coming. Actually, I was just late. I've just been watching something to a dad, funny enough, and this popped up. Obviously, if you didn't, as you know, I did my sources. Obviously, a lot of you that you find me are is in the same group that it does get everything right, with transfers and everything, and it's been touted that that Forest could be up for sale. So it comes as a bit of a surprise for me, and probably it's for you. Like apparently been looking to sell for the last 2 months. Apparently looking like that he hasn't got the cash to actually keep us and the PR costs going, and it's looking like it could be that Miraculous is on his way out. So very very surprised actually that this news has actually came out like it has, and it's one of them ones where I do think, yeah, fair enough. If his heart's not in it no more, then fair enough. But how, especially with all these reports that are coming out, especially with the CEO and thing this week, now it's coming out that we are looking at getting new ownership as well. I've got Luke coming on as well. Whenever we get him on. Good afternoon, bud.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a bit shocked at this news. This totally came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it came out blue for me. I just looked through Facebook and it just my normal source. Oh, well, you know my source anyway because you get told things the same, and it just came out of blue actually. To be fair.
Wait, I'm not quite sure whether the source you're thinking of is exactly the one I'm thinking of.
It's the one that you told me the other day about it when you're thinking about the review. That one. I messaged you, but yeah.
Just drop me a message and I might get it.
Yeah. But yeah, it is practically enough the breaking news that coming out this afternoon that Forest up for sale. So what do you think?
Well, it's not been right behind the scenes for a while, has it? With Marinakis trying to run 2 football clubs, and I was always a bit dubious as to whether it'd be successful because, you know, you're going to be divided between 2 and you have to hire the right people in both clubs to make sure they're both running. And I said for quite a while, it was evident that Olympiacos is his baby. He's not going to give it up. And we just became the club to send players to. Cafu, Guerrero, Bouchalakis in the first season. They took Sudani and Sarafard. You know, the list can go on and on for ages. Gil Diaz.
Yeah, it's it's just I'm not just surprised to be fair.
But you know, you've got the stuff going on with the chief exec. You've got the Greek guy that's the director of football. You've got the recruitment guys that he's brought in. They're all his mates. So if he sells up, they're all going to go, and the new owners are going to have to reform a new kind of structure. But something's not been right for ages at Forest, and it's been showing on the field as well as off the field. And if we can get something like Nicholas Randall to stay on, then because he really does communicate with the club well.
Yeah, completely. I mean, I know, went to him or that BT guy got 20%.
I know that, we've got 80% Marinakis, 20% Socrates Komonakis. They both came from Greece. But I know that they just installed Nicholas Randall as a kind of figurehead to kind of run it. And basically from the article, they just wanted to have a QC at the end of the title to make everything go through. But, if you had a decent structure together and it was well run and they weren't forcing players out, etc., then it might be successful. But I always think it's going to go downhill when you have these things going on.
Yeah, it's just getting a funny, Keith coming through. But yeah, I do actually agree with you on that one.
You had a comment at 1:55 from Alex Fletcher saying rumours the club is up for sale. Anything in that? Well, since we're speaking about it right now, we'd say that we definitely think there's something in it, but whether it's actually going to happen or not, until it does, we can never be totally 100% sure because we don't work in the club.
But it sounds more like it is up for sale, and it has been up for sale for the last 2 months. So.
Oh wow, that long?
Yeah, 2 months apparently. And I reckon that it's apparently starting to run out of money near enough, miraculous. So I probably see why he's wanting to sell one of his clubs, and obviously it won't be Olympiacos.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he's brought it on himself by keep forcing players out and moving players around. If he just stuck with like the same number of players and didn't bring people in, like Loic Mbeso for 5 million, I think it was, and that's like nearly half of the cash money used on one player. We weren't spending it properly. We forced out the financial officer ages ago.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the comment again. In a way, I hope so. Need to do a Wolves and get some serious billionaire owners. Same goes for Red Bull. Comment will take us up. Yeah. Although what I would say is I'm going to scream this out very loudly. Can we please drop the Wolves comparison?
Yeah. I hate when we do comparison to another club.
We just need an owner that has footballing background, that's a bit more kind of stable than Marinakis, has a lot of money and knows how to successfully run a football club.
Yeah. And obviously it's a shame because obviously it's not work. You're trying to do it with 2 clubs and it completely backfired. So I do think, yeah, but yeah, he hasn't helped himself, especially with the transfer window, because obviously if 14 players this one, I think it was 18 the one before, then it was, I mean, you must have bought 50, 60 players in through the door.
I agree with that one. We need stability.
Yeah, just about to say that we need stability. I completely agree with that one, because I do think the club's not, the ownership's going through a bit of a cycle, what the managers are and the players. It's like a rolling circus.
Well, to me, I look at, I was talking to a Watford fan yesterday, and I put the question about them sacking managers quite a lot. And to be honest, we've had more managers than they have in the same period. And yeah, we've changed owners now. If we get new owners, it'll be the fourth new owner of my period supporting Forest, because I started under Doughty. And we haven't had a stable owner since Nigel Doughty.
Oh, we haven't. It's been, we had Doughty, then we had Fawaz, then we had Miraculous. Yeah, so it'd be a 4th one.
Put that comment up from Alex Fletcher.
Yes, I just not talking. Um,
Yeah, I agree. And the point I'd like to put to these teams is they've dropped down to League One. They've really built their squad. They've stuck with the nucleus of that squad. The spine's not really changed, and it's been young enough to do that. And at the same time, when they've sold players on, they have already had replacements lined up that are just as good as the ones they've let go.
yeah,
You look at Leeds and Pontus Jansson, he went to Brentford, they got in Ben White. Then you got Norwich, they saw Ben Godfrey, got in Ben Gibson. Wolves, they didn't really sell many players, but they let Danny Batt go and replaced him with Willy Bolly, Connor Cody. You've got decent players there. Not quite sure whether that's factually correct of who replaced who, but
Connie Cody came from Liverpool, didn't he? He signed for them as a youngster.
he was ages ago, but I'm just basically highlighting the players that my argument kind of fell down a bit when I went to Wolves.
Yeah. I mean, we did it when we went to League One. We didn't have had that nucleus what with James was built on then.
Just give me 1 second to mute this.
But yeah, it's completely came out the new blue distils to refer that we have. It sounds like that we are up for sale and we have been up for sale for the last 2 months and that miraculously looking to cash in. We had all this that has came out last couple of months and with the whole news about the CEO and all that. And on this week, where the CEO, more came out from Daniel Taylor that it's looking at that Miraculous has been looking to sell the club. So it's a weird one. It's one that came out the blue. Obviously, to get the Greeks hat by Tom Bishop has been trying to get them out, and it's looking more and more like it's happening. Josh, UK saying hello. Good afternoon, mate.
Hello.
Breaking news that Vinny. If we are up for sale, then so be it. Somewhere we are still an attractive club. Nobody will ever not buy for us. So, yeah, I totally agree with that one.
Well, I think the response to that is we have a stadium that's 3/4 brilliant, other quarter still needs rebuilding, so they can come in and look at doing that. There's European Cups we've won, which is very attractive. We do have a decent manager and a decent squad now on paper. I know football's not played on paper, it's played on grass, and that's what counts, but if you start creating a happy environment behind the scenes, then it will transform to be a happy environment on the field as well. And, I've been saying for a long time, there's something fundamentally wrong with Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. I mean, what also makes you think as well now, and I just thought about it while you were just saying it, was Miraculous looking for a quick fix with us going up and then getting the money in from the Premier League.
Yeah, Marinakis' plan was a 5-year plan to get Forest up. He's had 5 years. So was his plan in the 5th year, if he hadn't got us up, sell us?
Yeah.
Because, he wasn't this billionaire kind of owners that like rumors take over. I don't want to mention the name, but Derby. Taking Derby over, he wasn't that. He was a multi-millionaire, not a billionaire, and he was a shipping guy. And at the minute, shipping isn't going out of Greece, so he's not going to be earning as much money as he was when he took over the club, and he's now having to fund the 40 players we have on our books at the moment, if you count the ones out on loan, because you won't be getting much back from the sides we've sent the guys on loan to, so we have to pay the majority of the wages, and also the amount of players we've brought in the summer of this year, but not only this year, under Karanka was the same, and under Mark Warburton it was the same. We brought in a stat long amount of players, and I just wonder what would have happened if we'd have put our money behind it in the first year under Warburton, and we actually got Scott McKenna and John McGinn when they were first rumoured to be coming to Forest, and not kind of Scott McKenna when it's like 5 years later. I totally agree with that. Our day will come eventually. We just need to have a period of time where we stick with one owner that's prepared to stick with one manager, and he can then get together a group of players. Because what's been evident is the likes of Leeds, Sheffield United, Wolves, it was even Fulham to a degree, their rise back up to the Premier League was a project that took time.
Yeah.
Then again, what am I saying? It's modern football. You don't give people time these days.
Not really. But
this is definitely a spinning point to the interview I'm going to be doing later, because I'm doing an interview for the pre-Reading, and it was already going to be a manic show with the guest I'm getting on anyway. This just fuels it even more.
I mean, I was doing one live show, and I got the start 11 prediction show, which is coming later. Now that came live just before. Obviously, we got just before that. Now it's like, oh, not last night. It's like I've got the show to come yet.
Yeah, someone's asking for your prediction for tomorrow. Have you done a video for
that? I don't know. I think I want to say we want to win, but I'm not sure. I think a draw will be good. I mean, especially away from home. But if we can nick a win, then I'd be happy with it.
Now, I'm going to try and stick to what I said on my interview yesterday. My memory's gone a bit blank because I did a lot since then. But I think I said between 1-1 and or nick a 1-0 win. But to be honest, it's Reading away, and anything less than conceding a goal would be decent for me away at Reading.
You've been asked for your prediction as well now.
Yeah, I think I just said it just then.
I did, yes,
yeah.
Anyway. But yeah. Well.
Should Cafu start tomorrow, lads? I would say so if his fitness is up to it, because he looked good against Watford. And I was in a bit of a discussion on Twitter with Matthew from Rose Gallery over Cafu and whether he's the answer to the number 10 role. And, you know, he wasn't playing in the number 10 role, so he was asked to play the role that he was asked to play. And I totally think, yes, start Cafu.
Oh no, I thought it was something else then. Yeah.
Once as bad as me yesterday, I went live, started my countdown, and then I had the YouTube video still loaded, so it kept echoing back to me.
Yeah, I'm just putting the tweets out on the tweet feeder. But yeah,
I'm not getting a Facebook call. I'm going to drop out now, Dan.
Thank you for coming on. I'll catch you in a bit. Well, that was Luke coming on, obviously, regularly on this channel or so. But if you're just joining in, I've put the tweets out, I've put the Facebook page out, post out. It has been said that Forest have been up for sale for the last 2 months, and that Miakis is looking like he wanted to sell the club. He had a 5-year plan when he came in. Obviously, into the 5th year, probably not going to plan as wanted to. Took this money at it, and it's looking like that he is on his way out of the club, which it's a surprise, don't get me wrong, but it's looking like that it's true. And if you are just joining us, that's the big news that is happening now, that it's looking like that we're up for sale again, which I think is being up for sale for a very, very long time. A bit of a shock, kind of surprise that we are. But I do think that it was always going to happen. So, it's a surprise, but yeah. I just hope that if it's true that we do get really good owners and not owners that have done some really bad things that Kenny and the FA don't mess it up like they have done to Newcastle. So, and that's it. Thank you for watching and goodbye.